Your first alert weather forecast with Jayda Russell. 48's Umbrella a Week giveaway is sponsored by Mr. Rooter, your locally owned expert plumbers for over 34 years.
You may not need that umbrella for this weekend, but you will need it sometime next week. I'll show you what to expect in just a second. But looking at Parkway, seems like folks are making their way around. Traffic is flowing smoothly. Temperatures have now dropped into those mid 60s. Still pretty comfortable across the valley. Lots of us are in those mid 60s. Some areas in the lower end, we're seeing 62 from Fort Payne, 63 at Scottsboro. So our eastern communities are always kind of cooler and they take that plunge a little quicker. But most of us are continuing to see some mid 60s throughout the rest of our night. We'll continue to have a nice and mild condition expected for tonight and even tomorrow's night. Sunday's when we start to see some of the bigger change as far as our temperatures go. Looking across the state, though, lots of our communities, Tuscaloosa, Auburn, both at 66. So I think that's the one time those two cities have agreed on anything. But we're continuing to see a lot of those 60s across the southeast, even though Mississippi may be a little bit warmer than most of us. But eastern communities, eastern states, on the cooler side of things. Looking through tonight's high school football forecast, if you're getting out to enjoy the second round of playoffs, or even if you're just out at Bridge Street waiting for that the lighting of the tree, there's a lot going on this weekend from holiday festivities. We're going to see these 50s hang around most of our evenings for the next couple of nights. We're going to see some calm and clear conditions as well. Clouds will start to increase, though, as we get to the weekend. So let's take a quick check of that. Like I mentioned, though, with Sunday, we're going to see a slight chance of rain, and that'll take our temperatures down to about 70. So we'll see a good deal of a drop between the 2 days, although it'll still be nice and comfortable. That's when we start to see those average temperatures return to our forecast on Monday, getting back to about 67. We're usually at about 68 for this time of year. Walking you through your Saturday, 50s is where we'll start in your morning, going through the 60s around 10 a.m., keeping a decent breeze around. Could see some wind gusts getting up to about 15 miles per hour, so it'll be easy breezy for your weekend. Seeing clouds increase throughout the day and start to drop off as we go through the rest of the evening, and there's going to be some rain chances like I mentioned, but that's going to be next week. We have this warm front that's been hanging out over the valley and even parts of Georgia. We're continuing to see that throughout this weekend. Starts to lift just a tad for Sunday, seeing a push of some rain there, but doesn't do much beyond that. Monday is going to be the day that we're expecting to see a lift later on in the night. That could cause some showers carrying over into Tuesday, making Tuesday a strong contender for some heavy rain chances. Looking at Wednesday, it takes it back to about 20%. But as we get to Thursday and beyond, that's when we'll start to see some of those heavier rainmakers. So going through that back half of the week, temperatures still in those low end 70s, getting to some upper 60s. But the heaviest chance of rain starts to come back to the forecast around Friday. So keep that in mind as you make your plans for the following weekend. We could see our temperatures drop back into those 50s by Saturday. We're expecting this to possibly be our next setup for a strong storm. Not expecting anything severe at the moment, but of course, as things change, we will always update you right here. But we're going to have a current beautiful weekend ahead.